monster fish. Coming at us, baby.
Thousands of anglers have chased the glory over the decades, and now they do it again.
The fact that I have the privilege of doing this is unbelievable.
Was there any doubt in your mind that the Bisbee's 40th was going to go off this year?
As I sit here now, I'm going to tell you, hell no. Reality-wise, dear God, yes. I mean, for the most part, we didn't know whether we were in business, out of business until pretty much July.
Can you imagine this event being anywhere other than Cabo?
No. I mean, Cabo's just the perfect fishing place for something like this. I mean, you've got wind blowing on one side of a peninsula, go to the other, vice versa. How many places have that? They've got one direction to go, so to speak, where the fish might be. A marina big enough. I mean, you go down to Central America, there's not a marina that can house a couple of hundred sport fishers showing up for an event, etc. So no, Cabo's, it's a natural place to do it. I mean, we were limited. Our tournament, as it grew, we grew side by side to the town. I mean, if somebody put a new charter boat in, okay, good, the tournament can grow. I mean, it was virtually throughout the 40 years, we've occupied the entire fleet. As it got bigger, we got bigger, along with hotel rooms. As they got more, we got more. You know, we grew simultaneously with this town.
You know better than anyone that the teams out there do a great job as a group on the water, but you have your own team. Is there any way you could pull this whole thing off without the team that you bring here to Cabo?
No, God, no. I mean, they're a little squirrely, but 3/4 are family, actually. I've got my kids here, I've got a cousin here, I got my sister here. Up until recently, I had my dad here, and hell, I had my grandson here one time. We had 4 generations, year before last, all handing out bags, stuffing boxes, doing whatever. And then, of course, friends of ours. But the team kind of just has been here for years, you know, so they know what to do, and it's kind of an autopilot. Everybody's got their thing. You know, it makes the management side easy.
You brought up your dad, the legacy that Bob Bisbee and Cabo, they kind of go together, peanut butter and jelly. What does that legacy mean to you and your family, and then continuing the tradition?
It means a ton, especially when you're down here for it. I mean, this was his literally favorite place in the world to be. He had no idea what it was going to become. I mean, it was friends back then, and it was an excuse to come to Cabo with your buddies and have fun. And that's literally how it started. It wasn't designed to be what it is by now.
For someone that's never been out there, what's it like for you to be on the start boat and you're given the final instructions about 7:45, the hopes are high and there's millions of dollars on the line? What's it like for you when you get ready to do that countdown?
You know, what's funny is I tell people about the start for 30, 40 years now. I tell them all about it. Every time, I mean, look, it's starting. I get goosebumps every time I start telling you what it's like. And you got to see it. The videos are neat and all of that, but when you're there, I mean, think about the logistics. You know, I mean, you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars of hardware lined up, and all of a sudden full throttle. And I mean, it's a mile wide, that start. And I get goosebumps literally every time I start telling it. You got to come down and see it.
Give me a moment that maybe stands out in your mind over the 40 years. Doesn't have to be a favorite moment, doesn't have to be this, but give me a moment that really stands out. You're like, I'll always remember that when that happened. Was it something at the scale? Was it?
Yeah, you know, some of the marquee moments were the first time we gave $1 million check away. And you know, one team, we just broke $1 million. I remember telling everybody, you guys, we got to get pictures of this because this is never going to happen again.
Final couple questions and I'll let you go. What's it like? A lot of people don't know. What's it like signing a multi-million-dollar check?
You know, my claim to fame, if I have one, is that I've been a multi-millionaire more times in my life than any of these big boys out there. They tend to figure out how to keep some of it. I haven't figured that part out, but son of a bitch, I've been a multi-millionaire, and right now I'm a rich dude. 48 hours from now, back to the poorhouse.
And if Bob was with us now, what do you think he'd be thinking about this whole where it's at now. What do you think
He's standing right here to my left saying, "Will you guys quit screwing around and point that video camera at a girl or something or a fish that they want to see? They're not down here to look at you guys." I mean, that's exactly what he'd be saying right now. Quit filming yourselves.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, he had some sayings and some direction. He's still yelling at me. Don't worry. Yeah. If you quit looking through life through the bottom of a beer bottle, maybe that'll get done. I mean, no, he's still yelling at me. This is going to be insane tomorrow on the start line.
On a deceptively quiet morning, the Bisbees ease into the first day of competition, poised to wake up Cabo with a bang.
We're going to have special Baja Cantina girls on the boat because of the COVID restrictions. I can't have that many people on the boat, but we can't not have Baja Cantina girls. So pay attention because we still got to give the guys what they want.
So that's it. The 40th annual Bisbee's Black and Blue has come to a conclusion. Unfortunately, no big payouts, and I know how bad Wayne wanted to write some big checks. We'll just have to look forward to 2020 2.0. We hope to see all of you back here again in Los Cabos for another Bisbee's Black and Blue. Until then, I'm Todd Harris. Adios.
Chris, you ready? 3 checks, gang. We're going to start with our 3rd place release on the Carpe Diem. For the team overtime, our 2nd place release with 2 Blue Marlin. Our 1st place release team. And the biggest check we're handing out this evening to the shoe. How about $62,000 and change for 3 Marlin?